Welcome back to Bealesbaits. Baits. The other day I went out on the ocean and had some fun catching some mackerel. So today I thought I'd do some mackerel bait colors. We're going to do a neon green that's actually glow in the dark. We're going to throw in a little golden grub gold. That's in the large 3.30 flake. And some hollow silver, small 1.5. See if I can make some small little baits to go after some mackerel next time. Bear with me. This is the first time I've used these, so let's see how it goes. These are really tiny containers. I got them at one of the craft stores as a sampler pack. And, oh, they are taped. So let's see if I can even find the edge to start it. Probably not. It's going to be one of those days. Oh, what did I find? I think I got a piece of tape. Let's see if I got enough of it. Nope. Somewhere there's more tape. Well, bear with me. I'll get this tape off here. I won't let it beat me. Okay, so we had some technical difficulties. These are not user-friendly as far as opening for the first time. But once you do get them open, they're very user-friendly. First time is not so much an easy thing though. So we're going to go a dash, which is an 1/8, which is quite a bit of this little test packet. Let's see how we look. Let's put my glove back on. We might as well put these right in too. So let's see, we're going to do 1/4 of the little silver. So this is a hollow silver, very pretty. So we're going to do 1/4 of that, and let's do 1/4 of the gold. I want this to be really shiny. Let's get covers on those because I will dump them all over the table and myself and the floor. And we don't want that. That's one heck of a mess I don't want to deal with. Everybody knows that glitter is easy to pick up, right? I'm thinking this green is not going to be very showy as far as color. I definitely like the silver and the gold in there though. But as far as the green mixing in, I know I put it in, but I'm not even seeing it. Let's put another 1/8 in there. So we'll be up to a whole 1/4. Which honestly will probably be most of this. Okay, well, it's giving it a little bit of a green shine. I don't know if you can see it much at all, but that is glow powder. I really can't see the green in it that much, so I'm going to put the rest of it in there. One whole sampler plastic per cup. Now I'm actually seeing a little bit of green coloring. Still not very green, quite translucent and shiny with all the little bits, but let's see what it looks like here. Yeah, that's still pretty see-through. I was hoping for a little bit more color to it, but let's drop a couple drops of black to give it some backing. for that mica powder to have. So let's go with like 3 drops. 1, 2, 3. See if that gives it a little bit of backing for that green. That might have been a little too much. Oops. We now have black gold with neon green, so probably 2 would have been enough. This is just playing around and seeing. So, or maybe it's the glow in the dark is just not going to be enough to actually make it work. Because, yeah, I'm not seeing, that's still pretty translucent. Okay, let's try to help it out. One more try I can do. Little duo green to yellow. Maybe this will work. Just trying to get some thick color to it because it's not where I want it. That looks a little better. Yeah, it looks a little better. It's not neon like I was hoping for though. That's okay. This is a trial run to see if I can come up with something I can throw at the mackerel and maybe, you know, get lucky and hook into a striper. Let's see how that looks next to it. That's a little better. I don't know. You know what? Let's go for broke. Couple drops of Emerald City Dead on Plastic. This doesn't make it brighten up. I don't think anything will. I think I dropped like 8 or 10 drops in there. Gonna have to heat it up again. Getting a little cold. Let's heat that back up and I'll be back. Welcome back. I'm going to throw in a little bit of Dead on Plastic's yellow. Trying to brighten it up. It's started off with this, kind of a very clear color. Added the black to give it some backing for that mica powder. Went to kind of a grayish green. Put in the gold to yellow. Gave it a little bit better. Tried adding just some Dead on Emerald. Got a little greener, but it's too flat green. I'm going to try to bring it back to more of a chartreuse color with the Dead on Yellow. So let's see if I can bring it back to a little more of a chartreuse color. Maybe. It helps if you open it, by the way. 6 drops of yellow. See if that's enough to change it up a little bit. Might need a little more. No, I think that's actually going to do it. Definitely have to heat it back up again though, because this is getting really thick. So let me heat this back up one more time, and we're just going to go with it. See what it looks like. Either it will fish, or it won't fish. We'll see. But it's definitely not a neon color that I want. I'm going to have to order some neons if I want to do some mackerel baits, because this is not quite where I was going for, but I actually like the color. Be right back. Okay, so we started with this beautiful, wonderful color, kind of a clear green, and we've docked it around and docked it around, and we got this golden green color, and we've tested it already off screen, and it does glow in the dark. So we're going to shoot what we've got for mold set up. It's not the neon colors that I did want, but I will definitely have to order some bright neons, and we'll go from there. But this has got a nice golden shine to it. It's got some beautiful sparkles. Hopefully that will catch the light when I'm out on the ocean, and we'll get some nice flashes of light and make it look like fish darting every which way. So we're going to shoot the Angling AI Kraken and then a bunch of other little molds and see how it goes. Here we go. Ooh, that one I did not get tight enough. Oops. Did not get that tight enough. Gonna have some flashing on that one. Ooh, almost dumped that over. That would have been horrible. Let's not do that. Okay. And yeah. So that's the color we're starting with before I stick it in the mold. So let's see how it comes out. We'll be back as soon as everything cools off. Thank you. Okay, so let's take these out and see how they went. Maybe. Possibly. Come on. There we go. Let's see how these plugs are. Well, that is definitely a unique color plug. Very green, kind of emerald greenish with a lot of yellow sparkles, and can kind of see the silver. So I'm hoping that will catch the light as it flashes down through. We'll see. Definitely pretty. And as I've already said, it does glow in the dark already, so stay tuned to the end to see the baits glowing in the dark. We will charge them up and get some still shots, because I'm not sure that the actual video camera will catch the true coloration of them. So yeah, I think that's a pretty color. Might not be my favorite color, but I think that's going to be a pretty neat color. I may actually shoot some frogs in that color. Although I don't know if I'd need to have glow-in-the-dark frogs, but you know, hey. Maybe some bandito baits. But then again, glow-in-the-dark frogs, if you're fishing near nighttime, as the sun's going down, throwing it in and around docks and under docks, that might come in nice too. So let's see. Let's start with these guys. These are little 2.5 split tails in my stone molds, and they came out pretty decent. Definitely gotta get them to dry and to get them oiled up, but I'm hoping that on a little tiny hook will catch a mackerel as it's glowing down underneath the water. 3 of those hooked onto different hooks at different spots on your line. It might just do the trick. So let's get that one out of the way so I don't break it. And that's a Best NJ bait, and that's what it looks like. Another Best NJ. Little Ned worm. This is the round Ned worm. I like those colors. I think they're pretty. And they just pop off. And again, that flashing down through, glowing in the dark as it goes out of sight. I'm hoping that brings in some nice fish. Even if it's just little mackerel, but still, fun to catch. Definitely fun to catch. And these are the flat ones. These are flat neds. That one came out really, really nice. And this one flashed. So let's see if we can save that one. That one definitely is okay. See if I can save this one with a little love and trim here. Oh yeah, no problem. Trim that right up. Didn't quite get that one with enough pressure on it. That's okay. Again, I think that would be really pretty coming down through, tail waggling or coming back up through as it's being jigged. We'll see how they fish. And that's this little guy. And again, Best NJ. And no, I'm not sponsored by Best NJ. If they would like to sponsor me, that would be wonderful, but in this, again, a Best NJ. Little tiny bug type things. And that's what they look like. I mean, again, that going up and down, pieces flipping every which way. I'm hoping jigging that will catch me a bunch of mackerel. Oh, I guess you'd probably like to see the cracking. I almost forgot about it. So these should be looking like little mini squid going through the water, so hopefully that's what it'll come out looking like. Fingers crossed. Little glow-in-the-dark squid is what I was hoping for. Well, one came right off the spur, but that's okay. I think they're going to come out pretty decent. Let's peel them off and see what we got. If I'm going to do saltwater baits, though, I am going to have to invest in some harder plastic. This is only medium hard, so it's not going to last, but just want to try it first before I start doing a bunch of them. I think that might be pretty if it's glowing as much as I think it's going to. So, I'm going to shoot the rest of this batch of plastic and then get these on a drying rack in front of the sunlight and get them charged up, and I will show them to you after we finish. Be right back.